Hello, boys and girls. I hope you're all doing well. We're on Chapter 3, Lesson 2, Estimate Products. All right? So we'll be doing some estimation, and we are going to estimate by rounding. You guys remember how to round, right? You have your little rhymes if you want to use them. 5 or more, raise the score. 4 or less, let it rest. You can use that one. Or you can think about a number line like I like to do, right? So let's start here on number 2. Think about a number line. There's the number 63, okay? If you put 63 between 60 and 70, 63 would be right around there. It's closer to 60. Remember? Times, and then we have 19. So 19 on a number line is between 10 and 20. 19, that's right next to 20, isn't it? So 19 is closer to 20. So we used rounding as a way to estimate. Okay, so now we have to find the product of 63 times 19 about. Okay, we have to find about the product. So it's 6 times 20. I'm sorry, 6 times 2, right? 6 times 2 is 12. And then we don't just have zeros on one number. Like there's a 0 making this 10 times bigger. There's a 0 on another number, on the 20. So we need to make this 100 times bigger, okay? So you have to look for the zeros to add on in every number after you multiply the basic fact. Okay, guys, so we just completed this one with rounding, okay? We're going to do number 3 using compatible numbers, okay? I'm going to write that down for you. Is that an I or an A? It's an A. I just checked. Compatible. Okay? Oh, shoot, it's an I. You see that, boys and girls? Everybody makes mistakes. Compatible numbers. Okay? All right, so compatible means that you, with people, compatible people are people that get along. They're easy to get along with each other. They are friends usually. Okay? So compatible numbers are numbers that are easy to work with together. Okay? And we talked a lot about the number 25 recently. So when we look at number 3, 27 times 42, I'm going to try and work with 25 instead of 27. But I'm going to round $42 to 40. Okay? Now let's remember everything you know about the number 25. Think about quarters. Okay? What do you know about 4 quarters? And look at that. 4 quarters makes 100 cents, right? $1. So if I look at this, 25 times 4, that's 100. And then, of course, don't forget, right? There's a 0 on that 4, so it's actually 40, not 4. So boom. Okay, guys? So we just estimated these products using 2 different methods. Estimating is not the same as rounding. Rounding is a way to estimate, and compatible numbers is another way to estimate. Okay? All right, so let's move on. All right, I'm down at the bottom of the page, number 11. A $50 has a diameter of about 31 millimeters. Okay, here we are. Do you guys know what a $1/2 is? It's actually a coin, one coin that's worth 50 cents. It's bigger than a quarter. It's called a $1/2. Okay, and it has a diameter of about 31 millimeters. So let's say that's your $1/2. A lot of people call it a 50-cent piece. They're talking about the diameter, which is the line that crosses the center and touches the two sides. That's a diameter. It's a line that basically divides a circle in half, okay? So a $1/2, a coin, has a diameter of about 31 millimeters. Oh, look at that magical word there. We know we're estimating now, right? Oh, and there it is again. About how many millimeters long would a row of 56 $1/2 be? Geesh, I got to read that again. About how many millimeters long would a row of 56 $1/2 be? Okay, so you have 56 $1/2, each 31 millimeters in diameter. So you have 56 groups of 31 millimeter diameters. Now we don't need to do the exact answer. That's another important thing. Don't do the exact answer and then round to the exact answer, right? Why wouldn't you just keep the exact answer? That's the best answer. We're just rounding. We just want to know about how many millimeters long would the row of $1/2 be. So we're going to round, and that will take us half the time as doing the actual answer. So 56 rounds to 60, right? We're looking at the 6. It's greater than 5, round to 60, times 31. Well, 31 definitely rounds to 30. Okay, because it's 1 away from 30. It's far from 40. So then we look at our basic fact. 6 times 3 is 18. And then there's a 0 there and a 0 there. Okay, because that 6 is 60, that 3 is 30. Okay, put our comma there. 18,000, and I'm just going to put the abbreviation for millimeters. So 56 $1/2 would be about 1,800 millimeters long if they were all in a row. Okay? All right, so we're going to go on to the back. All right, this is down here in spiral review. Okay, guys? So in spiral review, we see our lovely model for multiplication. Number 3. Use the model to find 3 times 126. All right, so we have to go section by section, right? That's 3 rows of 100 in the first section. 3 rows of 100 equals 300. And then in the next section, still 3 rows, because we know about rectangles, 3 rows of 20. 3 rows of 20, right? 3 times 2, 6, with the 0 is 60. And then this little guy at the end, 3 rows of 6. 3 rows of 6. 3 times 6, right? What's 3 times 6? What's 3 times 2? I mean, what's 2 times 6? 3 times 6? I think of my 2's if I'm stuck on a 3's. So 3 sets of 6 is going to be 2 times 6 is 12, and another set of 6 is 18. Okay? So what are we going to do with these 3 partial products? I think you know, don't you? We're going to add them together. 300 plus 60 plus 18. 8 and 0, 0. 6 is 1 is 7. 378. Great job. So you used a model to find 3 times 126. 378. Awesome. All right, we have one more. Number 5. And this is also in the spiral review. Okay? Now, guys, look where we're going back to Chapter 1. Chapter 1, Lesson 4. Okay, so let's read. The Gateway Arch in St. Louis, Missouri weighs about 20,000 tons. Woo! Which amount could be the exact number of tons the arch weighs? Okay, let's see. It weighs, again with my rereading, about 20,000 tons. Which amount could be the exact? Okay, so they want to know which of these 4 choices rounds to 20,000. Okay, so did you see how I circled the 20 and 20,000? Because that's really what we're going to focus on. 20,000. Because you guys remember that when you're rounding a number, you don't really have to worry about the last digits because we're just making them zeros. We're rounding. We're estimating by rounding. So the ones and the tens and the hundreds and a big number like this, they're not worth that much. We just want an about. So let's focus on 20. And let's look at the first 2 digits of all of our choices. Okay? 31. Does that round to 20? No. Rounds to 30, right? 25. Ooh, that might be a choice. 25. Oh, wait a minute. What is that rule? If it's 5, even though it's right at the halfway point, you round to the next 10. So 25 rounds to 30, not 20. So goodbye, choice B. Okay, let's look at C. 17. So 17, if you think about that on a number line, is between 10 and 20, and it's definitely closer to 20. So that would round to 20,000. All right, let's just look at choice D. Oh yeah, 14, that would round to 10,000. So hello, choice C. All right, excellent job, guys. Have a great night and do all the rest your teacher asked you to do. Don't forget.